In Michigan, only 6 of Michigan's 83 largest publicly traded companies are led by women. That's according to a new report by Inform. It also finds women held 26% of all director seats at Michigan public companies. That's actually up nearly 17% from what we saw 20 years ago. For much more now on the state of women and the workforce, we're joined by Vice President of Inform, Cindy Thiem, and Mark S. Lee. Thank you so much for being here, both of you, on this Monday morning. Cindy, let's start with you. We talked about Inform. It's behind this new report. Tell us a little bit about the findings and also the research that went into that.
Well, we're thrilled to collaborate once again with the Mike Ilitch School of Business at Wayne State to be able to share all the data points over the past 20 years for where women are in the executive ranks and in the top paying roles. And as referenced in the piece beforehand, we have seen progress. When the report came out 20 years ago, 9.6% of women were in executive roles, and now it's 26%. So yes, we're making strides, but there's still work to be done.
There's always more work to be done. We talk about making these strides, but what are some of these key trends, Mark, that we're seeing when it comes to women specifically?
Yeah, well, we're finding women make up over half of the workforce, so they're continuing to increase their presence within the overall workforce. In terms of more women have college degrees than men as well. And the other challenge, as we referenced, I saw in that piece earlier, women make 83 cents to the dollar compared to men when it comes to wage equity, getting paid, certainly. And more women are getting higher paid jobs as well. But the challenge, again, is in that C-suite. And what's the challenge in terms of getting the women to that higher level? The CEOs of major corporations, I think in the state of Michigan, for example, that number is very low. Yep. So the biggest challenge is still continuing to break that glass ceiling.
I saw you nodding too when they were talking about the C-suite. And Cindy, you know, bringing that to light here, are you encouraged or discouraged at all by the findings, or is it really kind of a little bit of both?
Well, we'll always be encouraged. At Inform, when we work with all our partner companies, we work to help them provide solutions to say, we're making progress, but there's more work to be done. And all the data backs up that. It's about opportunity. Men and women have shown that they have equal ability to lead, but women have less opportunity, to the broken rung theory. So we work hard on the talent pipeline because women miss out starting at the first point of management. When you think women are 48% of entry-level managers, but by the time you reach C-suite, it's 28%, something has to change. So it's that consciousness that strides are being made, but companies really have to make a concerted effort.
And you know, when we talk about reaching these senior leadership roles and actually getting those, what are some of the biggest barriers preventing that step?
Yeah, I think quite frankly, the majority of these positions are held by men. Yeah. And so people don't want to give up that position of power, so to speak. I think that's a huge barrier. And again, we've talked in the past that people want to do business with people that look like them. And when it comes to women in leadership positions, think about it this way. You're talking about diversity, equity, and inclusion. And businesses that have a diverse leadership team have an opportunity of making 17% more revenue. So I think the biggest challenge, though, is that we have to figure out how to continue to bring women up into the leadership ranks across the various organizations. And organizations, too, have not figured it out.
And I mean, that is a major barrier. Absolutely. When you talk, you know, Mark has mentioned this before, you want to do business with people that look like you, right?
Absolutely.
Who you can relate to. So if women aren't in those positions, historically and traditionally, then how do you break that barrier?
Well, companies, they can't do any of this performatively. They have to do it with the knowledge that this is an investment for the future. Diversity of thought and diversity of experience gives women and men the better chance for leadership. So we work hard to find that opportunity and shine a light on it and make sure companies do as well.
And what role do men play in all of this in terms of kind of, you know, breaking down this glass ceiling?
I think men have to play the role of being supportive, providing input, providing guidance. Also, help people navigate the challenges. I worked in corporate America for 25 years, and I had to overcome a lot of internal challenges within the organizational structure. Fortunately, I had people that mentored me as well to get through that spot, to get through those challenges. And I think it's important for me as a male to understand the value that women bring to business, to understand that they are successful, they have ideas, they have passion. And it's important that all of us understand that. So I think the role that we as men can play is be understanding, show empathy, and certainly provide leadership, advice, and counsel moving forward.
And you need more men and women who firmly believe that,
Absolutely.
I think, in order to move us forward.
Agreed.
So great conversation.
Wonderful.
Thank you both.
Thank
Thank you,
you,
Mark and Cindy, for joining us this morning.